Welcome back, everybody, to Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. As a quick reminder, we've got a few announcements for today. We do have Big Bad Game-a-thon submissions open until the end of the day. So if you're wanting to submit something, please do ASAP. You do not necessarily have to have something polished, but get a video together, get something together and submit. We would love to have your runs, your showcases, whatever else you'd like. It's essentially our yearly celebration of bad video games. Please consider submitting. I believe if you type !BBG in chat, you will see the submission link. Again, end of the day, do it! We also have submissions for Don't Make Us Bored if you would like to come and play on this channel. It's usually a cozy crowd, about 60 to 100 people watching. Good way to sort of, try your stuff in front of a little bit of a small crowd if you've never played in front of other people before. We love to have new streamers, old streamers, anybody who has been around or just wants to show off a game and have fun with friends. Friday is Grudge Match over on the GDQ channel. I'm hosting that at 10 p.m. Eastern. Corndan versus Sharif, as well as Meekins versus Willard J. Bradley. I keep thinking Brimley, and it's not. We're not having any Brimleys. No, Bradley. Please come and watch if you are around Friday nights. Every other week I'm hosting that show, and last show was an absolute blast. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and reveal the second game of today and the last game of this weekend. Take us away, Crappy. Or, sure, go take us away, Cool Spot. Please welcome on in Flannel Cat's favorite GM, Time Stalker. Please come chat. I would love to see ya. Hey, Time Stalker, how you doing?
Doing all right. How are you doing today, Brasencha?
Oh, I am doing great, and I am super excited for this game because I love this game. I'm gonna be honest. I actually think that this is almost a good game in many, many ways.
It's got its flaws. We're going back to a Kuso classic this time. This hasn't been on since Kuso 3.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And this is a game I had as a kid. I'm not gonna lie, I love this game. Despite its flaws, despite everything else, I love this game.
Yeah, I played it as a kid, and I actually bought the sequel because I love the original so much. The sequel does not count. It is 0% like this game, and it was a huge disappointment. Yeah.
Well, and we're going back to the NES again.
Yeah, NES time! Well,
and we've got everybody's favorite giant lizard, Godzilla, monster of monsters.
He looks so crappy in that picture, I gotta be honest. Now, I'm working on getting everybody captured and looking right. I do not actually see one of our players streaming, though. I'm trying to figure out where they are.
Which one do you need?
Netman Matt.
Okay, and I don't have your side stream on.
Oh, yeah, I can go ahead and stream that here real quick. Yeah, everybody, we're getting everything ready for all y'all. We've got NES Godzilla. This one does not have Dr. Dickens, who is the worst doctor of all.
Yeah. And like I said, I had this game as a kid, and I will stand by this. I think this game has amazing music.
Oh yeah, I actually have some of the music on the Kusog7ande playlist. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Netman just getting the stream up. I asked if they're streaming. They just went live. I'm gonna assume... they didn't know that they needed to. It's all good. Usually 10 minutes before the match. Yeah, that's usually what we need, just 10 minutes before the match, but it's okay. I'll get everything captured and looking good. Godzilla, everybody. Is he a man? Or is he a lizard? I think that's a very easy answer. He's a lizard. Yeah, if you answered anything else, you're very wrong.
I actually gave this as a race to people, where it was we ran for 90 minutes and it was most monsters killed in that time frame.
Honestly, there are a lot of monsters to kill in this Godzilla game. We will see a lot of battle. However, how is progress being based in this specific match today?
Okay, so technically in this game you can skip the monsters and go straight to the teleporter. They don't have that option this time. They have to kill all the monsters on a stage and then teleport to the next planet. So it's planets cleared as the first one, and then the number of monsters cleared on a planet if there's a tiebreaker.
Okay, interesting. I can support that.
And if there is a tiebreaker beyond that, it's the first one. It's the first one who got the last kill on the monster will break that tie.
Gotcha. Well, perfect. Now I'm just making sure that I have everything right here so that we can get rolling in a second. Yeah, I believe that we should be good. So I'm sorry, music. You are fantastic music, Mist. But unfortunately, we get better music. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling Godzilla music better than Mist music. Okay, Dragon. I love that we have someone named Dragon playing Godzilla. Oh, this music is so good.
We have a dragon and a Dragus.
And a Dragus. And a church. Nothing like dragons.
This is what I like for round one. It's fun but flawed. And this game, I think it's fun. It's definitely flawed. It's a little repetitive, but still, I enjoy it. I've beaten this game twice, and it's fun to run through.
Yeah, I think so. I really love playing this game. Let me go ahead.
Of the special passwords for this game?
Nope.
On special things? Oh, some of them are really hard.
I could imagine. Okay, I'm checking with the players right now to see if they are ready to begin the match, because I super am, and I just love this game despite all of the flaws. Okay, 2 of the 4 players, 3, all 4 of them are ready. Everybody, I need all of your best kaiju emotes or anything lizard related, maybe planets, fire, lots of fire. Are they all playing as Godzilla?
You have both characters available.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You have to get both of them.
Wait, you're requiring them to get both of them to the end?
No, you have to use both of them though. If they get to the end, or if they've killed all the monsters and both are alive, they do need to use both, or they'll need to get both off the planet.
Okay.
I didn't tell them that they could kill one and get off the planet with the other.
Well,
that would be
yeah,
cheating.
They can figure that out if they would like. Simply put, a lot of Kusog7ande is figuring out what the best strategy is for making quick progress. As soon as I see movement, and we've got a little bit right there on Dragon screen. As you can tell, this is Settlers of Catan combined with action stages.
Now, one thing to first note is that your sprites are huge in this state. They took Godzilla being huge. Yeah, they took Godzilla being huge literally, but the problem is that everything will hit you. Now, to make up for it, there are a lot of healing items, which are those little red crystals. But still, you can get caught in attacks and just get comboed because you don't have iframes. Everything hits you, and it's going to keep hitting you until it stops going through you if it's not a projectile.
Yeah, Netson is choosing to go with Mothra first, which honestly, I love Mothra more than Godzilla. Even though Godzilla is the optimal character for a speedrun, I would rather play as Mothra every time.
I honestly play both. I think Mothra is good against some of the monsters, and Godzilla is good against others, and there's certain stages where Mothra is just clearly better.
Yeah, Mothra, the biggest problem, of course, when you take damage, you get shoved down into the left, and that makes it really difficult to do much with Mothra. However, each of the characters does have a special power. I don't know if anybody has used the special power.
I told them how to use it. I gave them that.
Yeah, you hit select.
And start.
You hit start. What does select do?
Nothing, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nets
one
and
thing
Matt
about-
use the special, which for Mothra is dropping some of the wings down on enemies. It deals a lot of damage, and you can wipe out a whole bunch of stuff. If you're running low on health, it's probably good to just, like, wipe out a couple things really quickly with that
Yeah.
special. You do get special back pretty quickly as well, so...
Yes. One of the things is this game actually has some RPG elements because you gain levels, and levels
Yes.
are your health and a little bit of your defense. One thing about moving on the boards is that each space you move is a stage you have to complete when you actually go into the stage. So if you take Mothra's full 4, Mothra has to complete all 4 before they move on to the next move.
Dragon getting comboed by Gezora. Yeah, unfortunately, the special attack is a little bit hard to use efficiently against Gezora, but if you can land a few of those Mothra wing hits on the giant squid of death, it's good. My gosh,
Now,
you're gonna
boss
see this
fight-
boss a lot.
Yeah, boss fights are timed, so if they don't get through the boss fight, it will stop and the boss will regain some health.
And there we
looks
go,
like
Dragon
Dragon's
is
got there
through,
first.
gaining a level with Mothra. Very nice.
Yep. Gezora, at least fighting Gezora is not that bad because even though you can get stun locked, Gezora does not do a whole lot of damage. And Gezora is one of the
It's
ones
true.
that I really like using with Mothra because they
So-
don't do a lot of damage.
So ugly. Like, honestly, Gezora needs to die. I'm very opinionated about what kaiju I like and what I don't, and giant jumping squid, not my favorite.
Another one that I feel Mothra does really good against, where Godzilla struggles a little, is Baron. Because Baron has the same trap in the corner but does a lot more damage. But Mothra flies up higher, and unlike Gezora, it's harder for Baron to bring Mothra down to him.
Yeah, let me show you what Gezora looked, I think, originally, what Gezora looked like. This is even worse than the in-game version. Like, somehow. This is hideous. Gezora needs to die. Okay, so this is what we're killing. Die, Gezora, die.
I will say this, I think Earth is my second favorite song in this game.
It's okay.
Oh, and Dragon lost Godzilla.
No, Godzilla is dead, which is actually kind of convenient. It takes a long time to get both of your monsters to the exit. As long as one makes it, you get to go to the next planet with both.
And yeah, you just don't gain the level. I think you lose a level when they're respawned.
Maybe. I honestly don't know how the level mechanics work. Ow. Honestly, as long as you have one of your characters, either Mothra or Godzilla, getting levels, it's probably fine. At the same time,
Yeah.
you're not going to be dealing a whole giant difference with, like, damage-wise. It's mostly how long can you survive and do you have a lot of power-up that you can use as your attack.
Yeah, the one problem with fighting Moguera as Mothra is that he has an upward ranged attack, so he can knock you out of the sky.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Mothra's attack focuses on things below Mothra. And just because of the size of the sprites, the size of the enemies, it's very difficult to wedge yourself up above. You know, your wings cannot go up above the green line there, so you're very limited in what you can hit with your superpower.
Yeah, the one thing is that they seem to be a little hesitant on using that superpower, some of them, because
It
they don't
regenerates
realize
so
that
much,
it regenerates. It regenerates so. And I did say that I did decide if an enemy flees, that counts as beating it. So.
Oh, Dragon apparently had the enemy flee, huh?
So that counts as beating it. They just lost out on the experience.
Okay. I honestly don't think that's a big problem. Like, experience, really, it only matters when it comes to life on some of the later levels, in my opinion, because some things will still start just comboing you, especially these side-scrolling areas. There can be a whole bunch of obstacles that just destroy you. Yes, the famous Dragons of Earth. Always good.
Honestly, yeah, the plant stages are so much better if you use Godzilla's Fire Breath. Just use it to get through the obnoxious obstacles, because you're gonna get hit too much otherwise.
Well, that, and you're gonna keep having drops that, like, recharge you, so just burn everything to the ground. Kill everything.
And the nice thing about Godzilla's Fire Breath is you can move while you're using it, because it's not just the attack. You're invulnerable when you're using it.
Yeah.
So you can get through some things, and there's some enemies in later stages that are just really bad. And there goes Moguera on Dragus' side.
Oh my gosh, I'm taking a look at, like, the original version of Mothra, and while it's not high quality, it still is kind of cute. Okay, let me go ahead and share this with y'all. Like, I think there's a reason Mothra made it into the games, because look at Mothra. Look at this cute moth. Yeah, freaking epic. Yeah, everybody, I love Mothra. Yeah. What's fun as well, Godzilla 2 is a huge disappointment, but it actually, I think it has a wider variety of the kaiju than this game does. Like, you're gonna start seeing some repeats very soon. Dragon, moving on to the next area, Mars, which I believe has the best music of the game. Yeah!
See, I like Earth better, but I like this scene too.
You like Earth better? Wow.
Yes, I do. I like Earth's scene. The problem with Mars is that it's almost all fire areas, and the fire areas can get really obnoxious, especially if you run into the worst enemy in the game.
By the way, apparently Mothra... Oh, go ahead, yeah.
I think the fireballs with the jets behind it are really bad because they just melt your health.
I'm trying to find out because, you know, we always call Mothra female, but I'm not sure if there was really originally, like, a difference there. It's just what the English-speaking audience called her. And she's amazing. She's amazing. I love Mothra.
Buffalax has it right. Death Magnet. That enemy is the worst. It homes in on you, and it just melts your HP.
Oh, okay. Apparently Mothra has baby Mothras, so... Never mind. That's true. But there was a male Mothra larva who appears in Godzilla Tokyo SOS. So, basically, the main Mothra that most people know is female, but there are... Mothra is the same name for any of the moth kaiju that appear. There you go. Yeah, we're learning here.
I didn't know that. Have you seen any of the new Godzilla movies?
Nope. I have not.
I've seen one of them. It was actually not bad, but I think they focus too much on the humans. And like, you go to a Godzilla movie to see more of Godzilla.
They focused on what?
The humans too much.
Yeah, like, if you're playing Godzilla games, you want to play as the monsters. You do not want to play as the humans. Understandably, like, the original stories were definitely more sort of the B-roll, you know, not the highest quality films around. And most of those ended up, you know, focusing on the struggles of humanity trying to take on an unbelievable, like, an impossible threat. And it's like, it's a classic type of story, but after that, we don't really care too much about the humans. Like, the monsters are really where it's at. Yeah, Chad is pretty much right. The first movies were all about the humans, so like, it makes sense that a director may focus on that as well. It's just, I feel like we want monsters.
Oh, Dragus. Oh, okay, good. They fixed it. They almost didn't go to the next field.
Uh-oh, what happened?
They got there and it said, "Do you want to move to the next field?" And they said no.
Oh. Well, that's not good. Okay, Dragon's Cloud going to the correct location now. Yeah, gotta get Mothra there. It takes a little time. That's okay.
And this is where I think, having two characters that are leveled up is a better idea. Because if you accidentally lose one to something stupid like the Death Magnet, you want to have another one that can actually kill what you need to kill.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and... Wolf is saying the whole point of Godzilla is that you're not supposed to worship Godzilla because he's coming to punish humans for what they've done. Look, I was not the one who dropped the atomic bombs. I was not the one who had corporate greed, okay? I don't have a corporation. So come on, Godzilla. Come and get that nemesis in, okay? Hubris is at its max. I want my nemesis. Yeah, he's Godzilla. He's not, Cultistzilla. He's the god of monsters. The god of lizards.
Wolf, I don't think we want to incorporate Kusog7ande.
Nah, I'm completely okay being one of the people who reveres Godzilla, okay? Just look, if you look at the Old Testament, do you know how much that god was all about destruction because people were quote-unquote bad? And then he's like, yeah, let me go ahead and blow up a few cities. Yeah, bam. That basically Old Testament god was Godzilla.
Okay, so someone quote that Old Testament god was basically Godzilla.
It's true! It's true, that's what he stomped all over people who didn't do what he wanted. Old Testament, well, okay, Wolf, I would agree that Old Testament God was an ass, but that's only because he has more of a brain than Godzilla does. He claims to be omniscient. Godzilla just claims to be a big lizard, and he's right about that.
So, one thing I do want to talk about, the ships in the background drop little projectiles, but if you jump into those projectiles, they actually become health. So, yeah. We'll see if anybody figures that out, because that's a good way when you're struggling to get more health.
Wait, which projectiles?
The ones that come down from the background, from the ships in the background.
Oh, okay.
If you jump into them, they actually produce health. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, anyways, I am very much of the opinion that I can respect Godzilla
and Dragon just lost the character that they've been leveling.
That's level 4. You've got Godzilla now, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Let's see how you're able to do, Dragon, or are you going to hit the reset button? Nope, we're continuing on. No resets, only Godzilla. There we go, Flynn Church through that screen. It looks like everybody is currently on Mars, although nobody has defeated any of the other enemy kaiju here.
Dragon defeated Gezora here.
Oh, really? Okay, I guess I didn't
They're down
notice.
to 2. And Flynn is using the fire breath a little bit more, which is good.
Yeah, your power respawns. It goes back up over time. Like, look at it at the top of Flynn's screen. You can see over time, it just goes back up and up and up and up. If you're not using it, you're wasting it. Well, you're not wasting, but you're not using it, you're not using it.
Yeah. He's close to death, though.
Well, not anymore. That was a good pick. Yeah.
And
there
two
are
more.
lots of health pickups here. Yeah, does Dragon even know about the power attacks?
They should. I gave them the info on it.
Yeah, but do you know how often people actually read those?
That's on them.
That and Dragon.
I mean, he's used it for
crotch kicks. Yeah, crotch kick him to death. Never mind, Dragon. Just do this. I approve. Bam.
There we go.
Okay, good. That did a decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, Moguera, one of the ugliest. Is it supposed to be like an armadillo kaiju?
It's a mechanical armadillo. That's what I always thought.
Godzilla is almost dead on. Oh, and there goes Dragon.
I think that's both. Yeah, that's game over for them.
Let me see if I can get this. Okay. And unfortunately, this image that I'm going to share with y'all, I don't know if it helps or further confuses, but here you go. Here's Moguera.
They accidentally put in the password screen with nobody there.
Uh-oh.
Now, I did tell them that they would need passwords.
Well, it looks like Dragon will be starting over. That is unfortunate. Yeah, look at this monster here. Okay, Moguera, hideous. I do not like it. Yeah, that is very unfortunate for Dragon 7398. Ooh. However, yeah, you have to look at the password screen in order to get the password, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and while there is technically a last game option, you said that we are not using that. We are only using the passwords.
I said I didn't know what it did, and I said I would told them to get passwords because I could not figure out what that does. I've never used it.
Okay, is it that you never used it, or?
I went looking for what it does, and nothing I found had an answer. So
okay,
I was like, okay, I would suggest using passwords.
Gotcha. Okay, there we go. I got rid of the ugliest Moguera ever. Apparently, the acronym is Mobile Operations Godzilla Universal Expert Robot Aerotype. What the freak does that mean?
It's a robot.
It's a Mysterian invader. Moguera was unleashed in Japan, where it destroyed a village by triggering severe earthquakes while underground. That makes sense. Moguera appears in Godzilla 2 and goes underground quite a bit just to mess with you and to make you frustrated because you can't do anything while it's underground. And then it came back out and stomped around a whole bunch. Robot monster anti-Godzilla weapon. So wait, did they make this? This is like releasing... Like, oh no, there are too many bunnies in Australia because we brought them over here. Let's go ahead and bring in a bunch of leopards. And now it's like, oh no, there are too many leopards. This is an even bigger problem than too many bunnies. I think that might be what happened. I don't know. Never mind. The Mysterians are a race of aliens created by Toho that first appeared in the 1957 film The Mysterians. Okay, so apparently these Mysterians made Moguera to attack Japan. No. Apparently they weren't originally going to attack Japan. They just wanted to, like, trade technology and stuff. And the humans were like, open fire! Mysterians are like, oh my gosh, how about you stop this? Oh my gosh. So the JSDF ignored the pleas, attacked the Mysterian Dome. However, the weapons had no effect because they never have any effect in movies. Have you ever seen a movie? And then the Mysterians used a heat ray and basically killed them all. So,
okay, that's...
yeah.
I don't know if that's a good strategy by Net and Matt.
What's the strategy here?
He's going for the final area with Mothra.
Okay.
But there are still monsters on the field. And I told them they have to kill all the monsters before they move on. So if Godzilla dies, then they'll automatically move on, and that's not going to count.
Okay.
Because I told them they have to kill all the monsters before they move on.
They have to kill all the monsters before they move on. I mean, yeah, even if they, like, have one of the characters go in the portal, was it that clear?
Well, yes, it was that clear. I said, you have to kill all the monsters before you move on, because you can't... I told them
Wait, Varan just ran away.
Yep, that's one less one. So they've got 2 now on Mars. I think that's a lead for them.
Yeah, it looks like Netman is not moving on. So...
Okay, yeah, it looks like they just wanted the character on the
that works.
on the tile. That's actually smart. If you're not going to use the character, make sure that they're ready where they can go as soon as the monsters are down.
Oh yeah. Kill the Phoenix. Bam! Punch it in the nose. Yeah.
My instructions to them were, this game does have the ability to just move on without killing all the monsters, but that's not what we're doing.
By the way, yeah, it's completely possible that other players are going to die and go back to the beginning of areas. Even though Dragon had a pretty big setback getting a game over in Area 2, that's not the end of the race for Dragon 7398. He could possibly make a comeback. We'll have to see what happens. I love Doe Wolf was like, the strat when I played was 100% to just blitz east with Mothra and get Godzilla killed. Yeah, honestly, my guess is Netson is going to go ahead and get Mothra there and then kill Godzilla off like right now.
Well, they've still got a monster on the field, so...
They do?
Yeah, they still have Moguera to kill.
Really?
Yep. That's who they're heading for, actually, with Godzilla.
I don't think so. They're not attacking at all. They're just taking damage and dying. I didn't see Moguera. Flynn, fighting Varan.
Oh, no, they did.
See,
okay,
I told you.
So I missed the kill.
Wow, I paid attention for once. Jupiter.
So, Neman Matt is in the lead. They are on Jupiter.
Godzilla goes to Jupiter, get more stupider. Ha! Yeah. There you go, everybody. I've got the insults. Oh no! Apparently there are Diglets to kill on this stage. That's sad. Very unfortunate.
I don't understand why Jupiter is a plant.
There's a lot of plant stuff, yeah. Well, I mean, they've never been to Jupiter
in a way why Mars is fire. I understand it's usually associated with it. I don't understand why Jupiter is associated with plants in this game.
Jupiter is a gas planet.
I will say this, Nevermat is moving really well with Godzilla. They figured out how to get through really problematic areas with Godzilla.
The knockback in this game is one of the more frustrating things when trying to navigate through the areas. As you can see, Flynn getting all of this Mothra knockback. It's like the sprites are so big that if there are projectiles on the screen near you, you probably will get hit. It will give you knockback, and you just have to learn how to deal with that. And yeah, like all of the players are doing pretty well at learning how to deal with that knockback. Looks like Gezora again, but Gezora is going down for Flynn. Very nice job.
Omega Number makes a good point. You're actually in orbit around Jupiter, because that's Jupiter in the background.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just like Dragon 7398 isn't on Earth. That would make sense. Wait, let me see if I can find this manual. Come on. Manual, Godzilla, NES. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the story here is. Okay, in 2XXX AD, when the orbits of Pluto and Neptune exchange their positions, it's the age of Aquarius. Now, the Earth receives a declaration of war from an unknown planet. The invaders from Planet X attack the Earth as part of their plan to conquer the entire universe using a legion of space monsters. The Earth sends Godzilla, king of the monsters on the Earth, and Mothra to defend itself. Wait, so you're allies with them? You're allied with the humans in this game?
Oh! Ooh.
Well, dragons. I think that was on
Dragus
purpose.
just encountered the the worst enemy in the game, and their health diminished.
I love it. There we go. Dragon onto Mars, getting back into this. Very nice. So Godzilla advances through battle stages called ring fields, provided in interplanetary space to battle that legion of space monsters controlled by Planet X. Godzilla must battle its way from one ring field to another and finally defeat Hedorah at Planet X to defend the Earth. For the sake of the future of the Earth, Godzilla's fierce battle now begins. So, yeah, essentially the humans managed to capture and transport Godzilla into ring field. Like, a ring field is a mathematical thing. There are rings that are also fields, and let me just say that I think you're flying through some very, very difficult math in order to save the Earth.
I was told there would be no math.
They're using ring fields, I'm sorry to say. Yeah, the numbers. If you zero, like a clock, that's considered a ring, but it's not a field because reasons. Or is it a field? I don't think it's a field. But, like, if you use a prime number, then a ring is a field.
Okay, Flynn had Baron flee, so that's 2 down on Flynn's side.
It looks like Dragon7398 is screenshotting the password. That is a good idea.
Now, it doesn't seem that the players know that they don't have to move to fight an enemy that's right next to them. Now, it's advantageous for them to move because they can go back into a field and get health if they're low on health. But if they're high on health, they can just say they don't want to move, and then they'll encounter the enemy and immediately go back into the fight. Going through a stage, I believe, gives the monster enemy more health, though.
I think so. Yeah. Like, your stats slowly go up as you play the game.
I mean, it's a strategy I use on Planet X when you have to deal with final boss, because you lose a lot of health regardless of who you're playing, and what I do is I just move to another stage and don't go into the fight, so I regain health by going through the stage and then regain health again before the fight.
Okay, it looks like Netman on the top right, moving through more Jupiter. Netman appears to be doing the best at this point, and
yes.
Yeah,
I think Dragus is about to leave Mars, though. I think they've got all 3 down.
Excuse me, the ring field outside of Mars.
It's the Mars stage. I am not doing this thing with math.
How did they get the planets? How did they get plants on math?
I'm an accountant normally. I don't want to deal with math on the weekends. And Flynn's got 3 down, so they're also heading for Jupiter.
Oh yeah, this is gonna go pretty fast. Just Mothra, I feel if you play well, it can go through the stages pretty quickly since you can fly over a bunch of the obstacles. However, Godzilla, I think
Godzilla
usually
can
can kill obstacles faster. Yeah,
a lot faster. He does more damage. The problem is running into that enemy that Flynn just ran into, because Godzilla really, unless you have your fire breath active, cannot avoid it.
The missiles.
No, it's a glowing fireball with jets behind it, and that's the thing that I was talking about earlier. It deletes your health because you have no iframes, and it just homes in on you and goes right through you.
By the way, I do like that, like, as you move, the planet slowly, like, moves to the left in the far background. It's almost a form of parallax that you have in this game. It's not super noticeable, but it's just a nice tiny little touch. And like the ships in the background as well have a little parallax as well. And like this game has a lot of nice ideas.
Yeah, and the graphics are really well done for this game. I will give it that. The gameplay is a little repetitive, but the graphics themselves are really... They put a lot of detail into it.
Yeah, I feel like they tried too much. Too many things in this game, and the NES was just not sophisticated enough to be able to handle like the vision that they had for the game. Like this is a flawed but wonderful game in my opinion.
That is definitely second for Dragus. They are on
very Jupiter. Nice. Time to go to Jupiter. Yeah. Okay, so it actually makes sense why one of the ships actually shoots health down at you. Because they're helping you. They're from Earth.
Yeah. The ones in the background are Earth ships.
See, if you would have told them the lore, then they would know. But they don't know the lore. They don't know that, like, Earth is on Godzilla's side here, or that Godzilla's on anyone's side. They just think Godzilla's punching freaking Diglett and killing plants and for some reason. Honestly, that's something that you should pay attention to when you are racing, you know? Like, is your health going up for some reason? Is your health going down for some reason? Honestly, it sometimes is a little bit hard to tell what is hurting you and what is helping you in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, ships coming from the left, those are help. Ships coming from the right, those are from the aliens from Planet X. So, Chad actually corrected me a little while ago about freaking stupid Moguera. I hate him. But the Mysterians actually were the first ones to attack. They attacked innocent villages, destroyed them, and they were like, we just want to exchange technology. How about you surrender? And Earth was like, some people were like, maybe we should. And then the leaders of the armies were like, nope, and tried attacking and absolutely failed. So, like, I feel like I kind of agree with they kind of killed a whole bunch of people, and I wouldn't trust them with anything. I definitely wouldn't have been surrendering, and it would have been better to do a preemptive attack than anything else. I actually think humans may have done what was right there. It's just that they their weapons did nothing. So, oops. Ha! However, EDF, the Earth Defense Force, apparently went and discovered some weakness in the Mysterians' technology. EDF developed shields capable of protecting vehicles from the Mysterians' heat rays. That actually comes into play in Godzilla 2, where you do have a car that can generate some shields. Dang it, I'm really irritated that Godzilla 2 NES actually has a lot of the lore from the movies and such. This is making me angry because I hate Godzilla 2, okay? It's a strategy game that actually has some really interesting mechanics, as well as a roulette mechanic that makes all of your strategy dumb.
Yeah.
It's like no matter how well you do, you can just lose because the slot said so. Here we go, Dragon currently fighting Moguera. Luckily, Mothra is really
good. They've made good
Yeah.
progress considering they had to start over.
Yeah.
Flynn is on the stage. He needs to get to Jupiter, so he should be joining the other two players shortly.
do. Oh my gosh, this is so dense, what I'm reading here. So, essentially, by conquering the Mysterians, they just sort of floated into space for eternity. I imagine they're like the guys in the Triangle for Superman 2, you know, who were banished from Krypton and just flew into space in a giant triangle. If you remember that, okay, then you remember Superman 2, which wasn't the best Superman movie, but by far wasn't the worst. Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, at one point, Godzilla was an ally of Moguera, but at one time was also an enemy. I also love that other enemies of Moguera are Space Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, Destoroyah, that's how you say it, Destoroyah, Megalon, Batra, King Ghidorah, Gigan, Orga, and Trilopod.
Some of those are in this game.
Oh, really?
Mechagodzilla, Gigan, and King Ghidorah are all in this game.
I kind of like Varen here, very purple, but it's kind of cool looking. Let me see what Varen originally looked like, okay, so that we can get an idea for how accurate this is. Okay, putting it up right here, and I would say not too inaccurate, definitely much more purple than expected, but still kinda cool.
More purples than expected.
More purples than expected, yeah. Varen, I would say, is probably one of the cuter of the kaiju here. A lot of people drawn it sort of like a Komodo dragon with spikes on its back. Yeah. Ah, here he comes. I just love that they're like, you know what? Why not have Mechagodzilla as one of the enemies? Who wants to fight Mechagodzilla? You already have Godzilla.
And Natanmat is fighting Hedorah. This boss is a pain in the first couple of times you deal with them, because if you destroy those projectiles, they knock you backwards.
Wait, killing the projectiles will knock you backwards?
Yeah.
What? I don't like that.
And Natanmat noticed, so they're trying to just avoid without shooting them.
Yeah, actually, the original Hedorah is horrifying. Here it is, everybody. Here's Hedorah. Coming for ya! Look at it! You're gonna have bangs like that, you gotta comb them out of the middle of your face, okay? It's very awkward. Ugh. Will I fight Hedorah? I will run away. I am not very interested in fighting that thing, okay? Apparently it's an alien pollution kaiju. Based Godzilla in the 1971 Godzilla film. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of fits with the attacks in this game.
Apparently the word Hedorah in Japanese means mud, so Hedorah is the mud kaiju. Which is why it flings mud at you while you're attacking. And that actually sort of makes sense. If you destroy it, it could cause the mud to explode and get on you, and it pollutes Godzilla. Do you want to pollute Godzilla? No. That's bad.
I will say this. One thing I also appreciate about this game, each boss has their own music.
It's nice. I don't really like the music, but it's good. It's a nice touch.
Well, I mean, I don't like all the themes either, but like, it's nice that each one has their own music. That when you get into the fight, that's kind of neat. Instead of a generic boss theme.
Doodle-doo. Yeah, that's actually really nice. I like that. Okay, so apparently Hedorah was an alien life form from the dark gas nebula in the Orion constellation that landed on Earth traveling on a comet for at least 243 light years.
Oh,
let me just go ahead and say that I am very angry because traveling for at least 243 light years makes it sound like that's a measure of time, but it's not. It's a measure of distance. I mean, you can say that you traveled for 55 miles, but usually you use a different expression there. I'm angry. Okay.
So, NatonMed is having to put in the password right now because they lost Mothra and that was their last one. Oh, and they didn't put in the password properly.
And
a few people.
In the comic, apparently Hedorah came with Space Godzilla, so that's cool. Space Godzilla is basically Godzilla with shoulder pads. I'm not even kidding you. Let me get a picture of Space Godzilla for y'all. Yeah, everybody is making some pretty good progress here. I feel like, you know, Dragon 7398 had a pretty big setback, but is really working to get caught back up. Okay, here's Space Godzilla, like I said, with the shoulder pads. Yeah, unfortunately, Netman Matt did not check the password screen. However, how do you check for your password?
It's, I believe it's either start or select on the planet once you get there.
Okay, I don't see that pinned in the information there.
No, I did not give them that information. That's where my concern is. I can give them a password. I have one. But I don't know if I want to do that this late, especially when we already had one player start over.
Yeah, when we had one player who wasn't able to use a password. It's... Yeah, we'll have to talk about that probably a little bit with the game masters to see exactly what should be done in that case. Because, yeah, generally we try to keep the game as fair as possible for the various players here.
Yeah, because I told them that they had passwords. So I'm kind of on the opinion that they didn't check for one, then that's on them. But
yeah, they didn't know where the passwords were show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and pressing select on the world map is not exactly the most straightforward thing.
Players have figured it out.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it looks like we did have a little bit of a Comcast issue there. Welcome back, everybody. I did have frames drop, but it looks like things are a little bit stable now. So here's the deal. Netman is back at the beginning of the game. We're going to go ahead and have a little bit of a conversation with staff to decide exactly what we want to do in that regard. Oh my gosh, password game. Dragon just selected last game.
Did that work?
Well, yeah, it's essentially a continue back to the beginning of the previous planet.
Okay, because I couldn't find anything on that, and I've never used it. So that's where my concern was. I didn't know what it would do. I mean, I even checked with someone else I know who played this, and they told me they didn't know what it was.
Dragon taking a death right there. Nah, I figured it would be a continue option. Like, that's the only sensible option to have a last game there. But yeah, everybody, welcome to Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Right now we are having Godzilla on the NES, and we are watching the players try to get through these various areas in order to make progress here. Now, we have had a little bit of a setback for a couple of the players, and there may have been some unintentional confusion. Welcome to Kusog7ande. Occasionally this happens, that things aren't as straightforward as we thought they would be. But, we'll go ahead and let the rest of this play out and see how it goes. And, if there needs to be a decision made about the match and how it comes point-wise, we'll go ahead and issue that decision. But might as well let things keep going here. Yeah. Okay, meanwhile, so have you seen much Godzilla then? You've seen some of the newer movies. Have you seen any of the old stuff?
I think I've maybe seen one of the old ones.
Okay, I personally hadn't.
Yeah, it's been, if I have seen one of the old ones, it's been a while.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
Got 2 players fighting Baron right now.
I love Baron. Let's be real, okay? Like, I dislike how humanoid he is in this, but at the same time, everything was strangely humanoid in the original movies.
I think that's Flynn down to 1 monster left on Jupiter. That's one of the reasons why I like playing as Godzilla, is because he gets through enemies a lot quicker.
So, Dragon Hero is saying, remember, bro, it's a guy in a suit, so there are limits to monster design. Yeah, that I understand, but you know what? Some of the monsters were also puppets. At one point or another. You could have just had Muppets duke it out, freaking Bert and Ernie taking down Godzilla.
That. Yeah. Design one after Animal.
Design. Well, I mean, we've got Cousin It on Draga's cloud screen. Can you Cousin It versus Mothra? We've got Big Squid, Netman Matt fighting. I feel like, I don't know. Does anybody have a good kaiju that hasn't shown up in this game?
Gigan's one of the more interesting ones, I think. I believe that's the one that has the spikes on its belly. Oof, and Flynn just lost Godzilla. They still have Mothra, though, so they're still okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the projectiles don't knock Godzilla back, they do knock Mothra back.
Yeah, okay, we're having a conversation as GMs about the issue with the password, so we'll decide exactly what happens. I'm trying to remember. Have I eaten squid? I think I've eaten squid. I would eat Gezora. Yeah.
I eat calamari on a lot.
Keegan gets chainsaw hands in his Final Wars version. Ooh, chainsaw hands. Rah, it's like a bear with chainsaw hands. Yeah, those are fun. Do do do. Do. Well, okay. It looks like Dragon flying across the ring field of Mars. Yeah, ring field. Dragus Cloud in front of Jupiter. Netman Matt currently in front of Earth. Flynn also in Jupiter. I'm wondering who has made the most progress on Jupiter at this point?
I think it's either. I know Flynn has one monster left. I didn't catch how many Dragus has left. Because I know he was on Hedorah, but died with Godzilla.
Do. Flynn Church. I really dislike these, like... It's like the ring had a very... had a tumor. A protrusion. It's gross. Okay, let me see if I can find, like, the best kaiju monsters, because I think it's very important, you know, very important that we find out what the best kaiju are. Let me see what Keegan looks like.
Yeah, Dragus is in the lead. They've cleared all the monsters off Jupiter.
Great, we might actually see Saturn then. Space chicken with meat hook hands is essentially what Gigan. Oh, I like this character. Okay, let me go ahead and save Gigan. Everybody, you got to see Gigan. Okay, other people like Godzuki. I don't know what that is. Okay, here's Gigan, the space chicken with hooks for hands. I'm a fan. Okay. What the crap is Godzuki? I don't think this... Does this count? I don't know if it counts. Let me go ahead and refresh everybody's streams real quick, because we were having some buffering there, and I think their stream is just struggling. Welcome to Kusog7ande today, where apparently everything is fighting everything right now. Oh. Okay, I do not like Godzuki. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. Whoever suggested Godzuki, you're banned forever. I have the power. This is Godzuki, okay?
What in the world?
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm a little Godzilla. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this boat by sitting on it. Yeah, Godzuki. Get out of here. Get it! I don't care. Baby Godzilla is cuter than Godzuki. Jet Jaguar is the actual best Godzilla character, but not a kaiju. Now I'm curious. I've never heard of Jet Jaguar. I'm not okay. Like, I've got two very different versions of Jet Jaguar. Let me go ahead and show version 1 here. Okay, version 1, Jet Jaguar. That's kind of cool. Okay. But I've also got this second one. Like, that one seems like a Power Ranger villain, but then you go over to here, and we're moving into Sonic territory with this character. He is a tubster.
It looks like Dragus is just trying to kill Godzilla to move on to Saturn.
Yeah, I think that's what I would try to do. Sorry, Godzilla, but you are dead to me. Robot Eggman. Yeah, that's essentially what this Jet Jaguar dude is. Okay. People are saying that Godzuki is the Scrappy Doo of Godzilla. Interesting. Okay. But I gotta listen to the theme song from the old cartoon, says Char. I don't think we'll listen to it on the stream, but I will go and listen to the theme song for the old cartoon. Okay. Let's see.
Did Dragus not move on?
I have no idea. Oh, wait. I think if you move on with one character, but then you kill the other one off, you actually lose. What you have to do is kill one character and then move on with the other one. If you do it in the wrong order, you get a game over.
I can honestly say I've never had that happen before.
Yeah, it's one of those weird issues with the game. Okay, so everybody, we've run into a lot of issues with game overs in the game today. Oh, yeah, that also wasn't clear for the players. That's fine. Like, if you've never had that happen before, I wouldn't have remembered until it happened. Yeah, if you move on with one character and then the other one dies, game over. If one of them dies and you move on with the next character, you get them both back. Why? I don't know. Welcome to video game design. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never had that happen before.
Do 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 do. Well, you know, it has been something special today. And you know what? Everybody has something like this happen at one point or another in Kusog7ande. I mean, this game by far isn't going into the tubing bin, but maybe this match in particular might end up there because we have had some serious issues with passwords, with game overs, and it's... Yeah, it is life. Yeah. Dragon's Cloud, though, did beat the password boss by entering it in. So
I would still consider them in the lead because they were the first one to clear all four monsters. The only way Flynn could pass is
you know what? I think we're gonna do something very specific with this. So everybody here, we are at time.
Yeah.
And so I am going to offer to them, before we reveal the order at all, offer them, if they all want to accept the results, then we will give them the results. But if they do not, if any of them want to consider it a redraw, then we will give them a redraw. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and let them know. That is time, everybody. Let's find out what they want to do. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and type in Discord for a little while. I will be a little bit quiet for a second as they make a decision. Okay. Okay, I am telling them we've had issues with passwords and continues. If they all want to accept the order that they came in, we will give them places. But if any one of the 4 of them wants to mulligan, we'll let them do a rematch another time. That is the offer that we are giving them. Now, of course, there were some players who didn't have issues. Specifically, Flynn Church is the only one and is currently saying, I'm fine with my order. Of course Flynn Church would say that. Dragus Cloud saying that they're good. Well, Dragus Cloud only had an issue right at the end.
Yeah.
Netman is saying confident that they did well even with the lack of passwords. Yeah, Flynn didn't have any issue, didn't have to use a continue at all. And it looks like Dragon is saying, I'm fine with mine. I don't think the extra time would help me much, and I don't think the mulligan is proper in my case. All of them have accepted. Okay. All 4 of them have accepted their place, whatever it may be, with the issue of passwords and continues. So in that case, this match is not getting thrown out. And Dragus Cloud is the victor. Yeah. So let's go ahead and welcome Dragus Cloud into general voice if Dragus wants. Dragus took the victory, right?
You did the wrong ad.
Oh, shoot. Well, yeah, welcome to life.
We're all having problems.
So here is the order. Dragus takes first, Flynn takes second, Netman Matt third, and Dragon 7398 fourth. Yeah. Hello there, Dragus, and welcome to the chat. This was honestly, something that was a little bit tough, but I like to leave it up to the players so that, because it is... Some of the players do know how much it was a setback for them, that if any of them want to do a redraw, they are welcome to. And I think that Netman Matt actually had the biggest setback here. You had one right towards the end where, you got a game over and just weren't able to get back into it.
I think I got tripped up by the way the game did things, because I didn't need Godzilla. I didn't need Godzilla to get through one level. I needed him now. And I think it's because I let Mothra get through already. So no one was left on the map.
I had never seen this before. If you kill the character and then escape to the next one, you move on. If you escape to the next one with one and then kill the other character, you game over. I have never seen that before.
That is definitely an issue with this game, that if you had never tried that before, you just wouldn't know. Yeah, Dragus, it was pretty hilarious. I gotta be honest, as soon as that happened, everybody was like, wait, why did Dragus lose? Why did Dragus get a game over there? What the crap?
The game, you just cheated me.
Yeah, it did. It absolutely did. Here's the deal. I love this game. It has issues, and that is, just the inconsistencies, especially with that. That's a big issue when you're trying to go fast. If you just do things in the wrong order, then you can absolutely get destroyed by it. But with that said, what did you think of the game as a whole?
The game is honestly pretty decent to play. Wasn't too hard. Well, I think the monster fights were way easy.
Yeah, the monster, I actually think that the kaiju fights, they're not super innovative, but at the same time, they're interesting enough to be fun to play,
Yeah, if later ones get interesting, like that swamp thing.
Yeah,
Hedorah.
Hedorah.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Hedorah is so ugly. I'm gonna pull Hedorah back up on my stream so that everybody can, maybe, if I actually have access to it here. and didn't accidentally remove the picture. Apparently I did. That's okay. We'll go ahead and get this up here. Yeah, so Hedorah, hideous in my opinion, but no, that is the wrong character. Okay. That's fine. Hedorah. There we go. Hedorah. Absolute goober. Look at this monster. Seriously. Like, they did a pretty good job of replicating this hideous design in the game, I gotta say.
It looks like trash has come together. It's
essentially a mud monster, a muck pollution monster. So yes, you are correct. It's essentially trash, a pile of trash and mud. But yeah, that actually had some interesting boss design, and I think that later on there are more bosses that show up. Mecha Godzilla shows up. Like, it's cool to me that they actually brought in quite a few different kaiju into the game. Yeah. So, was there anything that was a big problem for you? I mean, obviously, besides the accidental game over.
I think just the levels in between monsters were starting to be a threat.
Yeah, they get more difficult as time goes on. You're definitely right about that. You managed to not really take too much damage to them. I think that you got very consistent. There was only one player who didn't get a game over, by the way. That was Flynn Church. Yeah, it's... Oh yeah, the Netman Matt is like, they were bummed. They were like, one monster down on Jupiter. Honestly, everybody was really close, and I would say that the only curves that got thrown at people, unfortunately, were the had to deal with the continue system. But I love this game, and I would suggest that everybody go and try this. And honestly, I've never beaten this game. You said that you have Time Stalker?
Yes, a couple of times.
Yeah, how difficult does it get towards the end there?
The last couple of bosses added are really tough. Mechagodzilla I struggle with, and then Gezora is one of those that they just punish you in all kinds of different ways.
Oh yeah. Well,
because they do the trapping you against the side, they fire projectiles. It's really difficult to fight.
Yeah. So what we are going to do, I think we'll go ahead and still discuss with everybody, with the game masters, because it seems like there may be a little bit of a disagreement, because, yeah, some people were really hit heavy by some of those issues that happened during the match that weren't super clear. So, you know, I'm glad that you were able to experience this game. I'd say even if the results do end up getting thrown out, at the end of the day, this is one of my favorite quote-unquote bad games out there. I love Godzilla for the NES. Yeah. And I'm just glad that all of you got to experience it. I wish that everybody plays this. Yeah, so Dragus, anything else that you want people to know about? Anything that any streams that you're doing these days? Anything that's happening for you?
Not really streaming that much. Tend to just watch streams mostly.
Okay, you watch a lot of streams, good. Yeah, you show up here every once in a while.
Yeah. Free Enterprise tournament started. Already put out their flag sets for the next tournament, though.
Ooh, do you play in that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. That'll be interesting. Yeah, go and check out the flag sets there. And I think other than that, that is all that we're going to have for Kusog7ande today. Thank you so much, Dragus, and thank you, Time Stalker, for coming and giving this game. I love watching this game. I have an absolute blast. You know what? We've got somebody who is currently doing some Addams Family TurboGrafx speedrun attempts. This is a game that Mike Oyama has given out to people, and White Hat is an amazing runner. I would like to go and raid him. Do we have a good raid message, everybody? Anything from today that would be notable? Oh yeah, don't forget, Big Bad Game-a-thon submissions due tonight. If you want to get those in, get those in. Will you fight Hedorah? Ooh, will you fight Hedorah? I like that question. Let's ask, and you can go ahead and use dinosaur or monster emotes with it, you know. Go ahead and raid White Hat. White Hat is a fantastic runner. Hopefully, if anybody is working on submissions for Big Bad Gameathon, get those in. Don't Make Us Bored Tuesday, Friday, grudge match over on the GDQ channel, and I think that's it. Thank you so much, Dragus and Time Stalker. Take care.
Take care, bro.
Bye. Yeah.